また会えるよね
Hello. 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 Let me just turn down this music. God, that is that loud part, huh? Hello, chat. Hello. Hello. Oh, I've not done my, like, professional streamer with a countdown and then forgets to do the thing. 1 second. 1 second, chat. Literally have a ring light, which, as you know, I normally forget to actually, that moves around constantly. Actually, like, I moved it, I forgot to move it back. Jesus Christ. Plus, it makes me look nicer, so I'm gonna do it. There we go! Hello! Hello, everybody! You can see my beautiful face now! Wonderful! Hello, Razor. Hello, Shadowy. Hello, Liv. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Wonderful to see you all. I know, an earlier stream today. Don't be too worried. So, recap. I'm not going to be live for the next 3 days. I'll be back on Monday. Probably slightly later. Like, I'm going to be very real. We'll be slightly later. We'll probably be back at around the 3-4 p.m. like UK time. And what I'll do is we're going to do like a 6+ hour stream. So it's going to be probably pretty late my side. So we can recap every single thing. And we can also get some theorycraft deck building in. And also play some games. Like, we're just going to do everything. I imagine there's going to be a lot of cards that we're going to need to cover on Monday anyway. So it's probably going to be like a good 3-hour stream, just like looking at everything and talking about everything. Because there are going to be stuff that I'm going to miss from today. As well as everything else. What time is it right now? So for me, it's 12:30. Well, 12:34. So let me... Where is the time converter? Where's world time, buddy? There we are. So let me add New York. Let me add LA. Angeles, and let me go for something like Italy. Yeah, let's go Italy. Because Italy is more central. So if you're in Los Angeles, it's 5 a.m. and you're waking up to me, which is like wild. If you're in New York, it's like 8 a.m. for you right now, so you're probably also waking up to me. Which, I mean, hey, if you're waking up to me, that's you're blessed. In Italy is like an hour ahead. But like Europe time, Central European time is just an hour ahead. It's 12 for me, and then in America, it's either 8 a.m. or 5, or if you're in Central, it'll be like 6, 7. So helpful. I'm so helpful. Good morning, everybody. Probably good morning to everybody. It's wonderful to see you all here. But yeah, no, reason we're early is because I've got three things. We've got another video coming out hopefully in a day or two. So I've got a PowerPoint presentation. This one is going to be me kind of like giving an overview on how I think people could just like do things right now. Like, these are all very mostly easy things to do. That help me get better in other games, but also has helped me get better at Riftbound. Now, some of these things I just do unconsciously. But it's things that I notice other people don't do, and then I tell them to do it, and then they do it, and then they see improvements in their gameplay. So, that's going to be the video for this week. That's going to be the talking head PowerPoint for this week. I already know what I'm going to be doing next week. So I'm going to be building that PowerPoint while I'm away. And this is going to be something I'm going to try and do once a week. I'm grabbing this, like, PowerPoint idea from a streamer and YouTuber I watch basically daily called Atrioc. And I watch the Lemonade Stand podcast. I'm a big fan of Doug, so I'm kind of like, yo, these guys are doing things that I enjoy, and I think there are ways that I can adapt their content and work in a TCG Riftbound aspect. So, yeah. Do I buy a signed MF for $1,200. That's a lot of money. I'm not... that's my rent. I'm not even gonna lie, Razor. That's my rent. Now I know. Now Razor, I clicked on you because I saw you got that little verified badge and saw that you're a gacha gamer. So I mean, you do what you want to do, my dude, with your money. I actually saw a bit of your VOD, Razor, that you were watching some Riftbound stuff. ECG player is $2,000. No, thank you. I'm good. Wait. Don't watch me. You don't want your streamer to watch you. You just want to watch your streamer. Honestly, I respect it. I respect it. I mean, they can probably afford it, but like, it's still like, oh, you're retired. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I respect it. I respect it. And even if they do work at like the big G, like, do they necessarily want to use that money or do they want to invest it? Retired gacha streamer. Dude, actually, crazy thing. Because I saw you had Mona. Like, I worked on a bundle for Mona. Like, at another company. It was like an agency thing. What? It's wild how, like, worlds connect with one another. This was, like, after my League era. But before my TCG streaming era. Which is now. So figure that one out. Dude, gacha's crazy. I'm still, like, gacha is just, like, so much money. Yo, green seal? Overnumbered? Congrats. Wait, am I peaking? I am peaking. Oh my god. I bet my audio just went like 10x better. Oh my god. I was wondering why I was hitting red. My OBS was like freaking out at me. And I'm like, why is this? It shouldn't be happening. Anyway, chat. I've seen a few of the spoilers. So we're gonna bash through those. I'm still theory crafting Diana. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I saw some stuff. I'll very quickly showcase where I'm at with Diana. Let me quickly show. Oh, that screen. That's for the other thing. So this is where I'm currently at with the Diana deck. I've gone off and like I'm trying like just very much like aggro Diana, playing sneaky deckhand, Wage the Pain and Crescent Strikers removal. These might get removed and we just play more Fight and Flights and Rebukes with like an extra Ride the Wind. I might try and figure out another 2-drop to play, but I want to play ideally a When You Play. I thought about potentially playing the Scrap Heap Wandering Merchant. The problem is I just took too many packages. I still want to play Starcrossed. I think Starcrossed is just an insane card to still play with everything. So I kind of want to go in this direction. Fizz is basically just a value card. Where you just play like Fight or Flight or like Wage of the Pain and you just try and keep things going faster. Because Starcross just unsummoning people's stuff that they've just played, I think it's just insane not to play. And then you just try and win the game with Purple Diana or Thousand Tail Watcher as your top end. And that's it. That's it. Like, it's a very simple deck that hits very hard. The only thing I need to figure out is like 2 more, like 2-drops. Which I can't personally figure out. But we are kind of playing an extra one because of Sneaky. And I think Sneaky is just still insane to play. I actually have strong opinions that Sneaky should just still be played. I'm still not sure about removal. Like, we could definitely like trim all of these, play like 2-drops, and then like play an extra Fight or Flight, play an extra Rebuke, play an extra Ride the Wind over both these cards. Like, I could see that. It's just when you play 2-drops, so just like when you play me. So I go here, and we go energy. Energy? The filter on here just doesn't work. But there basically isn't like a good 2-drop one. So it very much comes down to this fact. It's like you can basically play like useless ones that come down on 2. So you could do the mystic one. You could do the Fae, which is like not good to play blind, right? Like Titan is the only one you're actually okay with also bouncing back. And Ravenbloom Student is just like your good 2-drop because you're playing a shitload of spells. But if I could figure out a way to play the Wandering Merchant and Scrap Heap, I could probably play Ezreal, and then that's probably just enough. The alternative card that I'm considering at the moment is Sprite Mother. Sprite Mother, I think, is actually probably reasonable enough to play, but I'm just not sure. It really depends on what the meta's going to be looking like. So we'll have a look. We'll figure this out. I'm not too sure. We're not too sure. But we'll probably play a few games, because I do know I can play on Runes and Rift. Set 3. So we'll probably play at least 1 or 2 games. Have I read Elder Dragon? I did last night, but we'll do a full deep dive on everything. We'll do a full deep dive. And we'll actually, you know what? Let's just get straight into the deep dive. Let's have a look at previews. All right, let's get into the first one. Let's get into our first preview from that I missed last night. The Poros. The Poros got released last night. So we got Sinister Poro, which is a purple card, Shadow Isles Poro. 2 and 1 power for a 1 might Poro. So this is an expensive Poro. Like, I'm not going to pretend this is a very expensive Poro, but does have the line of text that says, when you attack, you may pay 1 to move an enemy unit here to its base. Now, obviously this is insane in Draven. Like, this card is just very, very, very abusive in Draven. Now, mid-range Draven will be playing this. Is that repeatable? I mean, it's when he attacks, so you'll have, if you could ride the wind and then pay another 1. So if you have 4 and ride the wind, you could absolutely like ride the wind 1, move an enemy unit back to the base, conquer, ride the wind, move over to the next one, pay another 1, move it back, and just like you draw 2 cards and then pull the Poro back. Like, yeah, it gets you 2 cards, assuming there's only 1 unit there. Like, this is insane against Yi. Like, imagine Hold Yi just loses to this card. It literally loses to this card. Like, I don't know why Purple has this ability to just, like, kick people off. Like, this is shenanigans. Like, this might be a card I might want to play in Diana. I'm not even joking. Because this is such an easy way, if people don't go, like, big stack, you just push people off and then randomly go, yep. Like, yeah, obviously it will not come in ready, but this is very powerful. This is very powerful in this. I mean, the power cost does make this a bit more rough, for sure. But there are certain decks that like, this all comes down to on the assumption that Cooled Shot is banned. If Cooled Shot is banned, this card's far more balanced. If Cooled Shot isn't banned, you could just play this in like a tempo, in like Miracle. Like Tempo Miracle, you don't even bother playing the Spinning Axe anymore. You just play like these Poros, you kick people off early game. This slows up so many other decks. And lets Draven draw more cards. But yeah, no. I mean, 1 might for Bellows. Yeah, no, that's true. It also does the Crescent Strike. So obviously, if this goes in and then you try and hold to just like protect the Poro a little bit, it does absolutely slow it down. But like, even if all you do is you get 1 card, that's good enough. If you just slow people down a little bit, I think that's the sort of thing that you'll just be good. Oh! Madeline 666, yo! Thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you. Much love to you. You just don't think this card will be played, to be honest? I think the right aggressive strike, like, honestly, low-key, in my Annie deck, this could be a thing. Like, at the moment, right? Right, at the moment. Have I got the Annie deck at reach? I do, actually. Let me All right, let me find the deck. Let me find the deck. We've got Agrani. This is based on the best list of from Bologna, and I've just been slowly tweaking it. So now, what this would do is our game 1 plan is play Zorn Warrens, and we play Scrap Heap and Traveling Merchant. But then game 2, game 3, we always side out all the Scrap Heaps, and maybe 1 or 2 of the Traveling Merchants, and then we side in all the Vies, and then potentially random 1 of tech cards, right? What this would do is at some point, we don't have to play the Greed package. We could just play better cards, right? And then at that point, is this Poro just strictly better for the deck? And the argument I would come to is, yeah, sometimes it just is going to be better. Now, that's not always 100% going to be the case, but, like, maybe I just don't play the Scrap Heap and I don't play the Traveling Merchant. I just play Vi and this new Poro. I just play a sheer quantity of good stuff. But I think you are correct with the assessment, Razor, that this is not like a blanket, probably purple. I am coming back around. I'm now talking myself back around. I think this card is like something that must be considered in the right space and place and time, but is not going to be the sort of thing that should be just played in everything. You know what I mean? Like, this is a good card. This should be played in more things, but it's not the end-all be-all sort of thing. I think that's where I come down on it. I think this is definitely something that should be worth considering, but probably not right this second. Chat, anybody else got a thought on Sinister Poro? I mean, when I saw this card and read it, I was like, well, Draven's getting really good. Is there any other purple that would like this? Ezreal doesn't care about this. Probably too slow for Diana, really. Doesn't combo there. It's not too terrible with Pyke, if we're being real, because Pyke at least gets the gold, and then you're only paying 2 for him. So Pyke is okay. Oh no, agreed, Razor. Agreed. Draven definitely needs to just be errated to say, exhaust me. But I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll do that. Any other purple? I mean, it's interesting in Annie. I don't know if it's necessarily good, but it's interesting as how I've already outlined it. You don't want to play this in Kha'Zix. I guess you win combat. You could get the experience points. But then, like, it's kind of a nombo combo. I mean, I guess you could go in, win the combat. If you already have 1 experience point, you can pull him back. And then look to just keep doing this again. It could get very annoying for people. If anything, the best thing about this card is its flavor text. Are you going to be the one to tell him he's not scary? Like, that's probably the best thing about this card. I mean, obviously, you don't play this in Aurelia, you don't play this in Vex, you don't play this in Yasuo. Like, this, it's not doing anything, so... Yeah. Same thing with Diva and MF. Alright, this is probably the best feel-good card of the set so far. Loyal Poro, ladies and gentlemen. Loyal Poro. I mean, obviously, this is... So, if you didn't know, this is actually Lonely Poro, but then day 2. Or the follow-up. Does that make sense? Anyway. So this is... He's not so lonely anymore. He's found some friends. Apparently, these friends are butterflies, but it's still very cute. And he's very loyal. He's very happy. The happy boy. We're happy that the little boy is happy. Okay, chat? We are very happy. I'm happy. I'm happy the boy's happy. Anyway. 3, he's a yellow unit. 3 for 3 might. Unit, Freljord Poro, which still has Death Kneel. If I didn't die alone, draw 1. When I die, get this effect if it wasn't alone, if there were other friendly units here. So... I don't know if this is necessarily better or worse. I mean, I think this is worse than Lonely Poro simply due to how the game state is currently built out. But it is a draw card in yellow. Now, I don't really know where this fits in, but because it is a 3-might unit, it does make things a little bit easier. Now, obviously, if you have a BF sword, this can die. You can then hook into a Rift Herald. That was like the best kind of situation I could figure out for this card. I was like, oh, okay. Well, it's because it's +1, BF sword 6. If it's on a battlefield or if it was just chilling in my base, I can still draw the card and then I get a Rift Herald and then I probably find a way of winning the game. This could also get an Atakan with a BF sword. So it like the whole idea of this yellow hook deck that I'm like trying to figure out is if we can do all of this, Loyal Poro probably is going to be a centerpiece with a BF sword. Now this is a lot of 3 and 4 cost stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like because of what this offers, it's just enough stuff. And it means it's another card that's pretty good with BF Sword. Now, I mean, everything is technically good with BF Sword, but it is making me think maybe we just play a Value Azir deck. We could play it in Vi, though I'm not super sold on Vi. It could be a Darius deck. Regardless, I think the effect is nice. It being a 3 for 3. Obviously, I wish he was 2 for 3, but like that's never gonna happen. Card would be actually cracked in that regard. You would just play it even if you never get the Death Kneel. But I think this is interesting in Hook. Yeah, I think this is going to be a potentially useful card, especially when you consider a lot of other, units at this kind of point. A lot of things will like trade with it, or are like if they're better than it, they're normally 4 cost. But that's what I'm saying. Let's get a BF sword on it, and if we can get a BF sword on it, okay, now we cook. Now you do have to play yellow seals in this deck, right? So suddenly it's like, okay, you gotta play Hook, you gotta play yellow seals, you gotta play BF sword, you gotta play Lonely Poro, you gotta play the Squire, the 2-might Squire, and like this is like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 of your cards in the deck, and these are all yellow cards. But like we've already said, almost half the deck is already yellow. And this is before we start putting things like Rift Herald in, like Atakan in. And now I do think a lot of these cards will be one-ofs. But this means you could also, it's another thing that gets Harness Dragon, which I think will be another 1-of or 2-of. But I think that's like, you build it as a toolbox deck. It's just to see, does yellow find a few more ways of making toolboxes? Like, is there something else other than Hook? Or maybe is Hook your full toolbox and you're just playing a bunch of value stuff and you hope you see the right side of stuff? You just play a bunch of 1-of. I'm not sure. But does that chat? Do you have any opinions on Lonely Poro? I think the artwork's adorable. A head full of bravery and not much else. So he's now very happy. He's very loyal. He's a good boy. I think this Poro is a very good boy and could potentially actually see some competitive play. Good competitive play? That remains to be seen, but could. And the fact that it is 3, it will beat up all the 2-might units, definitely gives it a little bit of credence. It also kills like sneaky deckhand and stuff. So it's not a terrible card to consider in the metagame. All right, next card. We have Ultra Soft Poro, which is a yellow unit, Freljord Poro. He is 5 for 5, 5 cost and 5 might, which you can also tap. Well, you can exhaust and play 2 exhaust, play 2 1-might bird unit tokens with deflect. Use this ability only when I'm out of battlefield. So he is 5 for 5. Now, the big issue is, right, and we all acknowledge it, right? You have to get him to a battlefield. You have to hold with him, realistically. And then you can tap to make some birds. Now, obviously, Magical Christmas Land is great where you get to tap 2. Now, if you can get to tap him once, not too shabby. If you can tap him twice, we are winning. But let's be real. Probably not happening. I don't know where this fits in. In my head, I'm like, oh, maybe LeBlanc or maybe Victor. The idea of making like infinite copies of this with a blue LeBlanc, and you just start making a bunch of 5 might units, which then start tapping and making a bunch of 1 might units with deflect. The whole thing seems very silly. Now it does feel very Winmore, but it feels very silly and very fun. I don't know if it's necessarily good, but it's a thing. It's a thing. That was kind of like the best thing I could figure out. I don't really see this seeing play in any aggro decks, chat. I don't see this being played in like any even mid-range decks. The problem is like, if you could do this at your base, I could totally see like utility for him. Because like when you don't need to use his might, you can tap him, make some dudes. When you do need the might, you use the 5 might, right? There would be back and forth. But they purposely said he has to be at a battlefield. So I just don't see it. Maybe in multiplayer. I could see this in a 4-player game potentially being good. And I mean, this card is great, by the way. Like, this card is insane in Limited. Like, in your pre-release, you should play this card. It doesn't cost you any power. It's a 5 for 5. But otherwise, I mean, I guess, actually, Liv, that's a fair point. This could be decent in Ivan, because obviously it does have the Poro typing, and if you get to tap it, you get birds. So that could be a way. But I do worry that it's just a little slow. And I guess the other Poro is pretty good in Ivan. I mean, I don't think Poros are going to be hard to find for Ivan. It's going to be the other unit types. Which is why you'll have to play the doggy. You just have to. Alright, next card. Okay, so. I mean, Heimer will one day have enough activated effects to abuse. No, I mean, absolutely. I mean, Heimer is honestly one of those cards I never remember. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I would be lying if I said otherwise. Because... Where is... Let me go cards. Go cards, card gallery. Dude, how do I spell this? I'm like, I need to look at... I thought it was H... Oh, H-E-I. I'm a dinger. I have tapped all ability of friendly legends, units, and gear. Heimer plus Vanguard Armory is funny. The only problem is it's like you need to keep him around, but the problem is, like, again, like you would have to put, wouldn't you, for this Poro? Wouldn't it use this ability only when I'm at a battlefield? Wouldn't you have to keep this? Wouldn't you have to move Heimer to a base for this effect? Because he gets the abilities? Yeah, so... Currently, I don't think this is an effect you'd want to do, because I think you're right, Liv. You would want to keep him back. So I don't think Ultra Soft Poro. Yeah, I got you. So I don't think this is something, but I do think OG Killer, I actually think you're right. I think eventually we will just get a Heimer deck. Like, there will just be enough value tap things, exhaust things where we're there. And I mean, Vanguard Armory is definitely in one of those things. Wish I could search exhaust as like a thing. Obviously, you don't have... That's not something we can search at the moment. Oh, I'm so tired, even though I've had a coffee. Anyway, let's go back. So, next card is 3. But it's a spell. It's an orange spell. Call to battle. 3 cost. 3 cost spell. Move a unit you control to a battlefield you control. Then choose an opponent. They move a unit they control to the same battlefield. Yo, Tech. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Lovely to see you. So this is just worst challenge. Like, this is actually awful. Like, move a unit you control to a battlefield you control. So you can't even try to get a conqueror. And then choose an opponent, they move a unit they control to the same battlefield. I mean, it's no power, but, like, you don't get any choice over this. Which is, like, my concern and problem. Because my opponent, you just ask your opponent and go, hey, move a unit, and they move their, like, recruit. Like, you don't necessarily... Like, if your opponent has any form of agency, they're not going to do this. And if they have any form of, like, bigger units, they're just going to screw you. So then you have to kind of, like, 2 for 2 or 3 for 2 yourself. Just to get, like, a profitable trade. Which I just don't see as being something you want to do. You know what I mean? So, I'm currently not a fan. I don't think this is a card. This is, like, great in limited. Like, again, this is a pre-release card. I don't think this is going to be it. It's like Orange Culb, more narrow. Basically, yeah. Yeah, you've got to get it onto a battlefield. You've got to try and force it. It's not even action speed, so you can't, like, get it into a spot where it's good. But yeah, no, this is just not good. I'd rather just play challenge. At least I get some form of choice. Yeah, the idea of giving my opponent choice is just... That's rough. But yeah, purple still has all the choices. This is not ideal. I do not rate this card. This card is not good. But play this in your pre-release deck, by the way. Like, this is at least some form of removal for pre-release. Alright, next card is going to be a battlefield. Let me zoom out a little bit. Frozen Fortress. At the start of each player's beginning phase, deal 1 to each unit here. Oh. Huh. At the start of each player's beginning phase, they deal 1 to each unit here. This happens before scoring. Oh, interesting. Free scoring. Free. So. Interesting. Okay. I think this card's good. I think this is a genuine, like, this is a control battlefield, right? Like, if you're playing Void Gate, you also want Frozen Fortress. Oh, we'll come on to Elder Dragon, but Elder Dragon's very funny with this. We'll come on to him in a moment, but, like, I think this is, like, another control one. Like, this is really good in Kai'Sa, right? Kaisers don't care. I mean, I guess now your Sentry can't go on here, but, like, your Padi Poro can, and you don't have to pay for the thing for it. I think this card is I think this is actually a very interesting battlefield. Because, like, as long as you get this... When you have this down, obviously now all your spells suddenly deal 1 more. But they just dealt 1 more. It's very much Void Gate, but Void Gate which is unassuming. And this starts at the beginning of each player's battlefield. So if you conquer with a 1-might unit, your opponent, it dies. You conquer on your turn, you get a point, and then it dies on your opponent's turn. That's just a fresh battlefield. So you could use this as anti-Draven if you play a bunch of, like, tokens. Obviously, this is great against Victor, because now their tokens will die, which means they now can't, like, mass go onto here, so they have to use, like, actual units, which... Soaring Scout setup, it does, yep. Gets rid of Soaring Scouts, gets rid of Watchful Sentry, like... This is a genuinely very interesting battlefield. I don't think this is one that everyone would play, but this is, like, something I would genuinely consider to play if I wanted to, if I wasn't playing any one might units in my deck, I would want to consider this. And, like, low-key, I'm thinking about this now in my Diana deck, because if I'm going to play 3 Crescent Strikes, suddenly I know now if units on that battlefield, if they're 2 might units, suddenly they're dead if they've stayed there, right? Like, suddenly it's now 2. Bellows Breath now does, like, 3 damage if units are left at this Frozen Fortress. Or I can just do it onto that one as well, and now suddenly 2 might units are dying there. Like, it's a powerful effect. Warwick can clear that as well. Exactly. This is, like, very unassuming. And sometimes the 1 damage won't matter, but it also now means at the beginning phase, if someone's holding with, like, a 3 might unit, your 2 might unit now kills it. Like, there are just enough things now which just make this really powerful. So I actually really like this one. Now, it's probably going to screw me over more than anything because I'm an aggro player at heart. So I'm probably going to get absolutely messed up by it. Yeah, Sheepy. Yo, hello. Welcome, as always. I mean, this is one of these things. It's great with Elder Dragon and MF, but it's also going to be just good in control decks, good in mid-range decks. It's just really good against aggro decks or token-based strategies. If those tokens are anything like above Lilia. Like, Lilia and above will be okay with it, but Victor suddenly, like, can't do anything with this battlefield. And I think it's good. I think we should build, like, anti-recruit things. And I kind of understand now what they mean by when they said set 3, 1, 2, and 3 were built in, like, a vacuum together. This battlefield makes total sense. Yo! Mania! Lovely to see you. Ah, the whole crew's coming in. Wonderful to see everybody. Hello! Miracle no longer needs bans. Nah, we should still ban Cool Shot. Cool Shot. Cool Shot still needs to go. Otherwise, I'm fine with it. Otherwise, I'm very happy with how everything's gone. Cool Shot still needs to be banned. Cool Shot is a broken card, in my opinion. In my humblest of opinion. And I don't like banning cards, but Cool Shot has warped the format. Now, if they don't want to, like, if they don't want to ban Cool Shot, because they want to just see what the meta goes, fine. But we'll see. Elder Dragon doesn't work with this. We'll get onto it and I'll try and work it out. Nah. They play their Nocturnes and Rams and then they get Elder Dragon or Varmor. Potentially. But then only those decks actually do good. If you're playing, like, not those decks, you just kind of scoop, don't you? But then maybe we get a healthy metagame. I'm not sure. Talking about Elder Dragon, let's move on to him. He is the next spoiler that came out. So let's talk about Elder Dragon. You guys all want to talk about Elder Dragon. Let's see Elder Dragon. Righty then. So, Elder Dragon. I remember seeing this. This is probably one of the most insane big thing cards that they've done. I'm lucky they have 6 rebukes now. And one of them is just strictly better rebuke. If I'm being honest. In the right deck, it's strictly better. Miracle can't play Star-Crossed. Probably not. No, they've just got too many capacity of cards. But then I can bounce their Ezreal. But then they might be happy about that. But I can bounce their Rasa. And they're probably less happy about that. Anyway. Elder Dragon. 12 cost and 4 runes. So you're, like, never playing this realistically. We've got to cheat it out with Aurora. You could cheat it out with Rift Herald. Right? You could cheat this with Rift Herald, right? Right? Am I remembering how Rift Herald read? Rift Herald. Let me pull Rift Herald up. Rift Herald. When I move, play a unit from your hand, ignoring its energy cost. So I'd still have to pay like 4 power. But I could still ignore this. Alright. Soul Gorger. Oh. Oh. Ho, 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 ho. When you play me, you may play a unit from your trash, ignoring its energy cost. Now that's a card. You could do Soul Gorger. That's a spicy meatball. Herald of Scales? I mean, you'd have to work really hard for that one. We need more dragon synergy to do. Either help? Yeah, would make it cheaper for sure. Did Aurora jump? I'm gonna have to check Aurora. I've not checked the card market. Reminds me, I need to send an order or two out. Oh, I sold another card. I sold a Sona. And I sold a Spirit Forge box. Wonderful. Right. That's Aura. Seems like in the UK or Europe, it seems mostly okay. I mean, 62 euros is rough. I mean, this doesn't have exactly... This was the 18th. And then if I look at that, it was 85 euros and now it's 62. So it might have seen a huge bump. I got Aurora for 20 GP, so I'm tempted to sell it. I mean, I've owned Auroras and then sold them. I do the same thing as and when I get them. Let's look at TCG player. Let's have a look at Aurora there. Aurora's $100. Dazzling Aurora. Cheap price. Oh my god, it's smashed up. No current listings available. What the fuck, dude? So you know what's funny? I don't think this moves the needle. I mean, I think what this does is now... So, let's get into Elder Dragon. We can talk about this, right? So, Elder Dragon, unit... Demacia, I think. Dragon. 4 power, 12 cost, 10 might. But you're not playing it for, honestly, this. You're gonna cheat it out. Any amount of damage is enough to kill enemy units. When you play me, use up to 1. It's up to, so you don't actually have to have a legal target. Okay? Up to 1 enemy unit at each location. So you can, if they've got it at 1, 2, 3 battlefield, they got 1 battlefield, a second battlefield, and at their base, you get to do 1, 1, 1. Deal 1 to them. So it only deals 1, but because of this clause, it kills them. So, let's think. Any amount of damage is enough to kill enemy units. So, because if you have this, Frozen Fortress, when it does it, it will deal 1, it will kill that unit. It will just kill. Only card you support being banned. Wow. Only have 1 and nothing, not really interested in getting 3. It's your damage. No. Any amount of... of your damage. But if it's your battlefield, isn't that how that works? If you control this battlefield, isn't it your thing? I understand if this is the enemy's battlefield, it wouldn't be. I mean, Sheep, I mean, if you're not interested in playing Aurora, I mean, it's probably a good... This is probably the best time to sell. If you control the battlefield, you only have your... Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was a control thing. Okay. Well, this is less good then. Thank you very much for the clarification on that. Where's the mech? I know, Depresso. I know. So anyway, you're going to play this in Aurora. You're going to cheat it out. There are. And I mean, this is a card which, I mean, there are multiple ways. We haven't got anything that, like, really pings anything at the moment. But, like, I mean, technically... Blue Ezreal sort of does it. Caitlyn sort of does it. We don't really have a ping effect. Like, and when I mean a ping, I mean it's like exhaust, deal 1 damage to something. Alpha Strike, yeah, you could play it in this, but I'm trying to think for like Aurora MF. Is there a flicker effect? Like you can banish this and then replay it for free? Is that a card? Yeah, bullet time. Yeah, bullet time. You just play 1 and everything gets 1. Bullet time is also a more playable card than doing like the Fan of Knives sort of effect. I can't remember what it's called. The one that everyone was like, maybe in set 1 you could do that. Flurry of Blades. Thank you. Thank you. Like, it's better than doing that, right? Like, none of us want to do that. No, I still think you play bullet time. I still think you play Bullet. And the reason I say you play Bullet is because even without Elder, Bullet still does good things with, like, other units. Like, I imagine MF. Let's look at, like, units, right? So, let's just look at units. And then I'm just going to look at, like, mega big might units in orange and purple. Right, so, like, I think if I go to 7... There we go. So I think what you will do is... Oh, wait, that's broken now. Yeah. I think you'll still play Mind Splitter. I think you'll just play Mind Splitter and Elder Dragon now. Like, I don't think you'll play anything else. I don't think there's no reason to play this Volibear anymore. Because this is, Elder Dragon is strictly better. And Mind Splitter is still the best thing you can do. I think you would just play 3 of these and like 2 of these. Maybe just go 3-3. Right? Because like, Elder Dragon's now going to always be good. And it's always going to be trading at least 2 to 3. Magical Christmas Land, this is a 4-for-1. Right? Because you ping at every single location and then they use a card to kill it. And Mind Splitter is still going to be good because you just get hand information and rip it apart. That's all you do. That's literally all you do. There's no reason to play Volibears anymore. He doesn't do anything. He just dies if they have any hard removal spells. So you can just play Elder Dragon and always get trades. You always get to kill something. You always get to kill something and then they have to use a spell. You're always trading at minimum 2-for-1. Unless they have 0 units out, right? And then this is bad. Like, that's the only time Volley is better than Elder Dragon. You think Civ is better at this point? Don't need Bullet and can recycle your rune. Did I read the Ultimate Rarity blog post? No, could you link that for me, Sheep? ONG Rengar is gonna roar me out. Oh, jeez. God, Waffles. Hello, Waffles. I don't know if you said hello already, but hello. Lovely to see you. Oh, but you said hello at the No. You have you? Yeah, well, lovely to see you, Waffles. Love that that's your first message. That's what you come in with. I just got here and you're just like, rah, Rengar. Okay, you like Rengar. You did. Honestly, you did. Elder Dragon, I mean, I prefer this artwork, personally. Thank you, Sheep. When did this come out? Let me have a look. Oh, this. Yes, no, I did read this. I read this. I did on the first day of previews, Sheep. Thank you so much though for sending this over. Yes, no. So I read through on the. Okay. Oh, interesting. Video is too long. Okay, so I can't upload a 14-hour video. Okay, good to know. If you are interested in my vlog channel, I was just my VOD channel. I was trying to upload the full 14-hour stream VOD as like one big video, because when I sent it over through Twitch, it split it up as 2 videos. So I was trying to just do it as one big thing because I recorded the whole video. But it seems like I can't upload a 14-hour video. I'm guessing my VOD channel just doesn't have enough movement at the moment. They printed a Leona card. Okay, I'll have a look at this, NetRaiser. My reference, by the way, was the battlefield that was spoiled last night. Which one? All 4 of us are rejoining. They wanted to play her on the side of Ari. Oh, Frozen Fortress. How is this, Wait, okay, Waffles. Explain to me. Oh, you meant new car. Okay. I mean, I think Frozen Fortress is great. So, I mean, I think when I come to it, Elder Dragon's a good card. Elder Dragon's solid. I'm warm in my flat. Elder Dragon's a solid card. You should play this in your Aurora deck. I don't think this will see play anywhere else. Yeah, I think this is just a solid card. I think this is just a real solid card. No other notes. It's hilarious that this is probably going to be an overly expensive card. And then it doesn't really matter after that. No, it doesn't. It actually doesn't. I don't think this is going to change anything. Right, let me find it out. Where was I? Where was I? Elder Dragon. Right. Okay, we've only got a few other cards to go. Oh god, this next one I don't think I've read this card yet. I read this card yesterday and I was like, god, when I see this, I'm not gonna care for it. I feel like this will be the same price as White Flame from set 1 with very little viability outside of some Aurora decks. Agreed. Agreed. It will be a very expensive card that will eventually crash. That's my cold take. I don't even think that's a hot take. It's a cold take. Right. Deadly Flourish. Kill Ezreal in base, not gonna lie. I mean, it will. And it will kill a Rasa at the battlefield. And then you bullet time for like 1 and 1 power. And then you kill their other one. Oh, you mean this? Right, sure. Deadly Flourish is a blue spell for 4, and it's 4 cost. And it says, deal 3 to an enemy unit. When it dies this turn, play a gold token, exalted. So, this card is like fine, but it's like, I mean, Razor, you're making the best comparison, right? It is Wages of Pain, but it's it's anywhere as opposed to Wages of Pain, which was just a battlefield. Now, it's like, where does this actually come down? Now, the problem is, this is 4 cost. That's it. How many units realistically stay at base that you can kill exactly with 3? Ezreal, Ezreal. It's just an Ezreal killer. Stellarcorn, I guess Stellarcorn, but then a lot of the time Stellarcorn players have other things they can do where they can protect it. Lucian's a real one. I could see that, but again, Lucian is one of those cards which might already have like equipment on it, right? This isn't at action speed or reaction speed. Fiora, it's fine. I'll be honest, if this dealt 4, I'd be way more on board. The problem is it does 3 damage. If we went full Jhin, all right, I'll be honest. If we went full Jhin, it should do 4 and 4, but it doesn't. If this had action speed and dealt 4 damage, totally far more viable. It does 3 and it costs 4. I'm not here for it. I might be wrong. Call me a heretic, but I'm not sold on this one. I just don't feel it. It feels like it's so close to actually being a good card, but it just costs a little bit too much. And the payoff for playing all of this is like kind of okay. It's not a flavor win. It doesn't really work as a card as good as I want it to be. It only really works in control strategies. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. I feel like this is like only like okay. But that's my assessment. That's my assessment, chat. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I think this could be a tool as a one-of, or we care about... Yeah, this is probably a card you play as a one-of in your sideboard. For like certain matchups where you know like they play an Ezreal, a Stellarcorn, or a Lucian. I think you guys named it out perfectly. I think chat, you named it perfectly. I asked the question, you came at me with the answer. I agree with you. Those are probably the 3 you'd like to kill with this. Not so great into Stellarcorn, but at least it's like something. It does kill Lucians, assuming they haven't got equipment, so that's a thumbs up. And Ezreal never is going to a battlefield, so it's actually really good to do that. But otherwise, it's kind of whatever. But yes, I agreed. Wages of Pain is just normally going to be a better card. But it is that sort of thing. If you need to get reach to their base, this is an option. Absolutely. But like, yeah. Honestly, we've spoken about this card more than I thought we were going to speak about it. All right. This is gonna be a card I don't think I have much to say about, but I mean, I guess we'll get there. Chat, ads are about to play because we do our 3 minutes on the hour every hour because I have to, so we don't get pre-rolls, because who likes pre-roll ads? So that's going to be playing. If you want to support the channel, be sure to use your Twitch Prime to support your streamer. Otherwise, you can do subs. Alternatively, thank you for watching the ads. Be sure to follow the channel for all good giveaway content and other things in the future. Thank you, everybody! And for you that aren't here, we're going to talk about the next card. Because the next card is going to be one we'll talk about for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll probably be done. And you watching ads aren't going to be missing too much. I'm not going to lie, because I'll show you it. Yeah. Christ. What is this? Alright, let's have a look, see. Right. Battlefield. It's another battlefield. Gardens of Becoming. Units here have exhaust. Gain 1 XP. It's a battlefield, and I guess in certain matchups, and this is something I always call for. Sorry, I had like a little tickle in my throat. This is something I always call for, and I would much rather see in the game design of the game. I want battlefields which benefit one side for playing it, right? Like if you have a determinant strategy, you want a battlefield to be something where it helps you, but your opponent isn't at like a complete disadvantage because you've done something like Like, against, like, an Annie player, right? I always like using Annie, because, Annie. And it's in the PowerPoint, so get ready for the PowerPoint coming up soon. Probably going to be doing the PowerPoint in about 15 minutes or so. I don't want ads playing it. I want anybody to come in and see the PowerPoint. But the PowerPoint's coming soon on how you can get better at Riftbound. So, hey, be sure to follow and subscribe and for all that good stuff. Anyway, thinking about this. Gardens are becoming, units here have taps. So obviously we have to keep the unit here. This looks like one of those battlefields where it's like, if you can find a hold and then pay off, this is so sick, right? You can throw a bunch of units in, you can then exhaust you can like hold, they all ready up, you tap them all again, you get a bunch of XP. Like, this could be very interesting in the new Yi strategy, right? Which beforehand was all about go very tall with one unit, which now might be actually go pretty wide. This looks fun. Maybe Victor, if any good XP cards come out. Totally, right? Like, Victor is one of those strategies where if you can get something to a battlefield, and it's like something you don't really care about, if you get to hold with it, you're just like, well, I don't care. Gardens are becoming, tap, exhaust, get one. And then if you find a few random payoffs late game, oh, you're going to be so happy with it. Otherwise, though, Gardens are becoming, kind of whatever. Not going to lie. Gardens of becoming is kind of, it's a card that doesn't do too much, but it doesn't do a lot. So XP strategies might play this. But beyond that, it's like, well, it's like a card. It's fine. I don't really rate it. Gardens of whatever. Exactly. I said it. I'm brave enough. I don't mind. Otherwise, this is just another one that, ultimately, I'm going to forget about it. All right, next card, chat. I'm not gonna worry about that one more. Oh, I've done the thing. I need to set that up so I can turn that off easy. Anyway. All right, we're good. We're back. All right. Mage Seeker Investigator is a yellow unit from Demacia. 4 cost, 4 might. Which reads, opponents must pay power for each unit beyond the first to move multiple units to my battlefield at the same time. Christ, what is this wording? Jesus. All right, I'm going to have to reread this a few times because there's no commas or anything. So it's horribly worded. This feels like a bad translation. I'm going to be real. Alright, so, opponents must pay power for each unit beyond the first to move multiple units to my battlefield at the same time. So what this is saying, if I have this unit at a battlefield, and you move in with 2 or more than 1 unit, beyond the first one, you must pay 1 power for each additional unit. That's what it's saying. That's what we're getting at here. If you enter my battlefield with 2 units, you must pay 1 power. So besides the first, any other unit must pay a toll. Yes, exactly. There's a tax. This is very much a death and taxes card. I can move 1 unit to her for free, and then I have to pay to go there. Yeah, but like she also has to be at a battlefield. So like, I would like this card a lot more if it was like I can just have it anywhere. You know what I mean? Like if I could have her. If I could have her at my base, and then she basically opponents must pay 1, yeah, for any battlefield. So if they moved more than 1 unit, you have to start paying power. This is a real slowdown card. Like this could be very interesting, but like because it's not, I don't know, man. Really cool Leona and Poppy take. You have to expect at least 1 stun, so they usually enter with more than 1 unit already. True. Problem is, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I just worry, like, the Leona and Pop. Well, I think Leona, not less so Poppy, but Leona, at least at the moment, is glutted by four cost units that you have to play. Obviously, that being Yellow Leona and Sona, assuming you're going in that direction, which then means you've got even more stuff at 4 you've got to play and try and get down and just hope you're not going to get swamped by other decks. Might have been too powerful, but why is it on random critter 1, 2, 3 instead of stapled to a legend? I don't know. This would definitely be something that if it was a legend ability, I think this would be very good in a controlling, like, yeah, imagine this, yellow-orange. Suddenly you're like, okay, yellow-orange could actually be a very real Aurora deck. Right? Like, you just do this, and then suddenly it's like, oh, well, you want to move in with more than one? Because the Mage Seekers are in-law very angry people, and I could see them being stuck on Death and Taxes theme. Honestly, I'm kind of game for, like, if Mage Seekers are Death and Taxes. With this, with another unit here, with Trinity Force, oh my god. Yeah, I mean, there are ways that you could make this work. I mean, this is very much going to be one of those things where, against the right deck, you're going to just tax them absolutely through the teeth. The wrong deck, kind of whatever. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this works. We'll see how this works. At the moment, I think this is like a playable card, but beyond that, I'm like, I don't know. This is really good and limited though. This is like actually really good. Yeah. Oh, you can build a full Taxes deck, but you've got to try and pair it with the right other thing. I'm just not sure what you pair this sort of thing with. It's a card that probably needs to be thought about moving forward, because eventually, like, you could totally see a pro player building a whole taxing deck, and then people just going, yep, well, I basically had no runes half the time, or I could only go on one battlefield, and if I ever touched another battlefield, I couldn't do anything on it. And it's like this with the battlefield where it taxes you to take it. Like, suddenly it's like 3 or 4 runes just to get on that battlefield. And the control player is just like, yep, go. What you got? All right. Okay. Now to actually talk about real draft. Like this is for your limited. This is chaff. This is fun chaff. But this is chaff. Full deck. Play Kaiser transforms your set into ruined battlefield. Yeah. This is like a limited beefcake. This is a fun limited card. This is not going to be played anywhere else, but it's a fun card. This is Towering Profant. Unit Shrima. 6 for a 6 might unit, so it's on rate. Has Assault. And if a unit died this turn, I enter ready. It's a card. I don't think it's gonna see much play. Really good and limited though. This is like a limited like a limited powerhouse. This is like a big unit. It's gonna swing in for 7. It's probably gonna get like at least a 1 for 2 or a 2 for 1, if not a 3 for 1. It's 6 for 6, so it's very good on raid. It is a common, so you will expect to see at least 1, maybe 2 in your red decks. No power. Like, this is good. But we are already getting spoilers 2 months prior. Oof. I mean, remember, this is because the game comes out in a week and a half over in China. I'm forgetting about Rengar. You guys keep yelling Rengar at me, but Rengar doesn't let things come. Like, I don't think we care. Like, Rengar is not going to be good. Like remember Riftbound. Like I'm just gonna pull up the card. Right, let's look. All right, let's pull up Rengar. I legend. All right. When you play a unit, give a unit +1. Cool. So explain to me, if a unit died this turn, I enter in ready. So I'm using this to kill a unit, and then I get this in ready. Like, if that all works, yeah, this card's fine. But, like, there's also, like, 17 other things I'd rather do if I'm paying 6. Personally. Now, yeah, obviously, if I play this, and then a unit dies, and I can hit for 8, that's kind of cool. But yeah, like what else am I missing? Are you guys? I can be played to a battlefield where there are enemy units. No, it's not that one. I just don't get what you mean by Rengar. Explain to me. Razor, explain. What do we mean by what? Why do you think this is good? It might accelerated unit only if something died. Obviously, this is conditional. It's not like guaranteed assault. Accelerated. It's fine. It's fine. There are just other things I would rather do. I don't think you're wrong about that, but like it's fine. Fine. Apologies before when speaking about present battlefield. It was not Rengar I was looking at. It was Warwick. I was excited about. Oh, sure. Yeah, no, waffles, absolutely. But obviously, it's like it only is good if you, like, get a big unit. And then it is a 1-for-1. Like, it absolutely is a 1-for-1 at that point. I think when we're talking about Warwick, we're talking about the Origins Warwick. So I enter in ready. When I attack, kill all damage units here. So obviously, if you've already had this battlefield, they're already damaged. So the idea is that obviously you get to attack in and absolutely sweep face with this. Anyway, yeah, this is fine. It's fine. I don't think we'll see play outside of limited. If it does, that's kind of cool. But that's kind of where I sit with that. All right, this artwork's just adorable. Yeah, actually, we haven't seen Daisy yet, have we? We don't know what Ivan's signature spell is, and it's gonna have to be Daisy, right? Daisy! Oh, it's gonna be great. Friendship spell is a green spell for 1 cost. Reaction speed. Choose a unit. Give it +1 might this turn for each of the following tags among your units. Bird, cat, dog, poro. So in Ivan, this is like insane. This is like actually great. Like Ivan just looks for this card just looks for tags. It doesn't actually need to be at the same location. So like Friendship could actually absolutely do like +1 if it's just you've only got one of these out. But it could very quickly do like +2, +3, +4. Like this card's very strong. This card is very much worth looking into. Potentially using art. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But like this is one of these cards where it's like friendship could absolutely be like +2 minimum. And I think if you're thinking this is on guard minimum, but it's gonna there are chances it's gonna be bigger, you should probably consider running this. Like even as just like 1 or 2. Like it will be a combat trick that will catch people out. Or if they try and kill something, you suddenly give it +2, +3. Ivan also fixing your tags amongst what you've got is just going to be one of those cards. So, yeah. There's always time for Scratchy. Great flavor text. This card is just perfect. I love this card. Adorable artwork. It's got great flavor text. And the card is really unique. We haven't got many cards like this at the moment, especially using tags as a thing. So Ivan, I think this will be best in, but otherwise it's going to be a solid card. A solid card. Wow, this is an interesting one. Alright, we got a Leona card. This is actually Leona. It can't even be for Poppy. Wouldn't play this in Aurelia. No, you wouldn't play this in Aurelia. It's literally just for Ivan and maybe Ari. Imagine being looked down on by a Yordle. I mean, some people definitely want this. Back Off is a green spell. 3 cost. Can be hidden. It is an action speed as well on your, if you just want to play it. Stun a unit. Now stun is a tag word, which is interesting. If you play this from your hand, draw a card. So if you play this from your hand, it cycles itself. This is probably the 2nd or 3rd best stun card. I'm not fully sure, but the idea that you can play this hidden in Leona, but you could also just play this from your hand and stun a unit and then and it cycles itself. Really powerful, because at the moment we're playing Rune Prison to do this. Yeah, this card is just insane. This Vex card was one I mentioned earlier for Leona support. It works well in Ari. Ari with Sona too. Yeah, I mean, you're going to play like Sona also in Leona. So like it's any Sona deck, this is like a card like you want to play. Because it now is like, oh, okay, cool, I can play Sona, I can cycle this. Which also means I get another one. It triggers again. You get so much value off of a card like this. And it also makes, like, aggro decks working out their lethal is going to be just so much more difficult. So I love this. I love this card. This card is great. This card should be played in any deck that wants stun. And potentially further. Like, honestly, potentially beyond. Yeah, this card is great. This card should be considered. Shadowy is just like, can't hear you right now, but first card for Leona, I am hyped. Exactly. No, agreed, Shadowy. I know you might not be able to hear this, but this is Leona. This is Leona. This is Sona. This is Ari. I know this is this is meant to be a Vex card, but I think this is better in like other decks. I mean, maybe Vex plays this because she really wants to hold, but I'm not sold. But I like this. I like Back Off. All right, and the final spoiler that's currently out at the moment is Unyielding Loyalty. Now we need something like stunned unit can't move or something. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, or we just need more stun support. Ideally, we need a gear that stuns things at reaction speed. But then that probably makes things a bit rough. I don't know. I don't know. There's a way of balancing this. Anyway. Unyielding Loyalty is a spell that costs 2 and 1 power. This costs 2 less if you control a bird, a cat, a dog, or a pora. So this is, again, going to be a card realistically for Ivan. Straight up, it's an Ivan card. Play a unit with the cost no more than 2 and no more than 1 power from your trash, ignoring its cost. So what this does is let you get back your early drops again. But you can't get anything that's cost more than 2. Oh, sorry. This is fine. Kind of whatever. I'll be honest. This is kind of whatever. But this is fine. I think this will be good in next set, but since we don't have purple yellow. Yeah, I mean, purple yellow isn't a thing, but I mean, at the moment, this is like very whatever. Like, obviously, this is an Ivan card, so maybe this is a thing for Ivan, but like, personally, I think Friendship is like a way better card for Ivan. This is like, oh, I can get back like a random 2-drop. It can be any 2-drop, like, at least you don't have to get a bird, a cat, a dog, or a pora back. But if you do, it costs 2 less, so it just costs a power. I don't know. I think this is just, like, fine. Yeah, Vi would be good. You could play this in Vi and get back Vi's. Play this in, you could get blue Teemo's back. I'm trying to... You can't get yellow Teemo. You can't get purple Teemo back because yellow-purple isn't a thing. This is going to be one of these cards where eventually there will just be like a few two drops with like Death Kneel or something that will be busted. And just getting them back for free value is going to be great. But at the moment, this is kind of whatever. In a way, this is almost draw, but it's kind of more cycle. Like, this card cycles itself to get something back. And it does play the unit, at least, right? Like, you don't actually have to, like, get it to hand and then play it again. Like, this just goes, play a unit. So you do get it when you play me effects. But beyond that, I'm not a fan. I don't think this card's very good. It's cute, but, yeah. It's like they're good boys and like good cats, good dogs, and everything, but good burb. But cards not doing anything crazy special. If I could do it and get something that was more like 3 or 4 cost, now we're cooking. Now I'm talking. But the fact that it's like I can't get Sea Monkey with this because it costs 3. Oh wait, no, Sea Monkey is base 2. Sea Monkey. Oh, Sea Monkey, yeah, so I could get 2. Yeah, Sea Monkey back. I don't know if I care about that, but you can. It's a thing you can do. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but like that's that. Alright, chat, that's currently all of the spoilers currently out at this moment in time. Real mixed bag. Obviously, I think the most exciting card we saw today was Back Off, was pretty interesting. What else was interesting? This Maid Seeker Investigator was an interesting card. Elder Dragon, probably the most exciting one to come out. Deadly Flourish is like a card that will probably be in like blue sideboards. And then everything else, I mean, this Sinister Poro was interesting. Obviously, I think Loyal Poro will be a really good card in hook decks, especially with a BF sword, because then you can start getting back very big things. You can start grabbing very big things like Rift Heralds or like Idacons. But you do need to have like 3 cards perfectly to get this sequence. But these are cards that you probably want to play and are value based. So you want to try and get lots of value. Anyway, chat. Let me just load up my PowerPoint presentation that I've pre-prepared. Does this work? Oh. All right, let me get this. I'll get this. I'll go here. All right, chat. Hide you, chat, while I do this. Right, this is gonna like blow your eyes out because it is a white. And I'll do full YouTuber voice for this. All right, so yeah. Oh, do I have a full screen? I can't remember. I don't think I do. Trying to think. Do I want my face here or do I want my face over here? Let me just have a quick gander. Dun, dun, dun. I forgot to... Oh, wait, no, because it's got the video. Okay. The preview doesn't work, but it works. All right, chat. All right, I'm going to be doing a PowerPoint presentation. All right. The PowerPoint presentation is all about how to get good. This is going to be like... I'm going to try and do this to 8 minutes. The goal is to do 8 minutes. I've got a bunch of notes on the side. I should have put my notes into like bullet points, but yeah. I should be able to do this. All right. So the core idea is getting good at Riftbound. Getting good at like card games in general, but getting good at Riftbound specifically. So, at the end, chat, at the end, I'm going to come to this stream. So if you're here, you can say hi, YouTube. Otherwise, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to draw this out any longer. We can just go into this. Right, I think I've got everything set up. I've got this. I've got the presenter thing. I'm going to restart the timer. Pause. Get this. All right, coming over. All right, chat. I'm not going to be paying too much attention because I got to have my notes up. Right. Okay. And should be able to go put this here. Yes. Still good and full screen for you guys, and then there. All right, chat. All right, you ready for the YouTuber voice? I mean, that's kind of my streamer voice anyway. But anyway. Right. All right, chat. Hello. My name's Alex, otherwise known as Mars Swan. I messed up my intro. God, what is this? All right, take two. Hello, everybody, and my name is Alex, otherwise known as Mars Swan on the internet. I love Riftbound and have played trading card games for way longer than I would like to admit. And something I have noticed just in general is that people don't do the certain small things that you, the viewer right here, right now, could incorporate into your gameplay, into your daily way of life when you think about Riftbound, as well as just the trading card games in general that you play. A lot of these are far more directed at Riftbound, but I want to get everybody better at this game that I love so very much. And I've hopefully built it into 5 easy steps that you can use to get better at this game. So let's just jump straight in to number 1. Have a clean play area and get used to the dexterity of cards. On screen, I have displayed how I literally have everything set up for this. So this is something that seasoned TC players don't always do. So why do I think it's so important? Well, having a clean player allows 2 things to happen. 1, you have all the information of what you have at a glance, which means your opponents aren't constantly asking how many questions and the same information over and over again. This is my preferred layout, and I'm just going to very quickly use my mouse to go over. As you can see on the far left, we have my rune deck. All of my runes are always clearly, neatly tiled up like this. Reason for doing this is I come from Magic the Gathering, so if you're not from a Magic the Gathering where you have lands or a resource system like runes, you're not going to be used to this. But this is something I would highly recommend to start getting used to doing. 2, I have always got my units clear in the middle if they are in my base, and then units always tapped or untapped as far off, but kind of on my side. I always put my deck sideways like this. I know it's not preferred by the Riftbound devs, but this is how I do it to min-max real estate. I always have my champion unit above my deck with my chosen legend here, and then I fan out, and I will commonly sometimes pick it up and then very neatly do this while I'm waiting for my opponent to take an action. These 3 cards are just my hand. I don't normally place them there. I normally flick them because I'm a constant fidgeter. Trust me, I'm like, need to do this. But I don't recommend everybody do that. Regardless, what this also does is it very much builds in good management of how you want to do things. Having everything in nice, clearly laid out way allows all of the information to be at this. But this was built up through decades of Magic the Gathering. I've played that game for 2 years, so 20 plus years. I was born and bred on the game, so this is very natural to me. Now, the biggest things that I think are the issues that a lot of people do, they'll group up and have a large pile of runes. Let's stop doing that one, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a good thing to do. Number 2 is the same with your discard. Don't do that, especially if you're using things where people want to know what you're doing and how you're doing it. Have it just nicely laid out. And something that could actually help people get more used to this is I like to play a minigame. So what I do for this is I get used to fanning cards and shuffling a deck, even if you're not used to playing the game. So if you want to get used to doing this and handling it at home, I do a minigame at home, which is, and I can do this with friends, and what they do is they shout a random deck. I will shuffle my deck, I'll draw my opener, as a mulligan, for instance. And then what we do is we try and match thoughts. This is just a play exercise, but what it does is it does 2-fold things. It gets me used to doing the first 1 or 2 turns. It gets me also used to just thinking about the deck and also handling the dexterity of the cards, drawing for, doing the cycle and everything. So this is 1, have a clean play area, but 2, get used to just handling your cards often. Sit at home and just shuffle your deck. If you're watching some video right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, go and grab your deck, start shuffling it, and get used to it as we go into point number 2. And this is something that's really kind of obvious to someone like myself, but talk and speak with your opponent at Nexus Night. Nexus Night is the casual level, but this is like, Alex, what do you actually mean by this? So this isn't just during the game or at the very start and just being friendly, which is obvious advice, but if you're new to TCGs, this is genuine just genuine questions before helps ease the tension, especially if this is someone that you've never seen at the card shop and you're one of the regulars. You want to introduce them. So this isn't just going, hey, how do you find out about Riftbound? Have you played games for a long time? Oh, what are you playing? Oh, you're playing that deck. Oh, cool. Why'd you pick that? Just very general fun things to interact with your opponents. But also it's after the match. And this is something that I actually think is far more important. Ask your opponent questions afterwards. Ask them about your plays, regardless if you win or you lose. And if you're not sure how to strike up the conversation, this is my advice. Just say something like, hey, do you mind if I ask some questions about my deck and our games? Ask them about sideboarding and what you did and do it. Like, literally hand them your deck and ask them if there's anything different that you should do, or if anything that they have any advice, or if they have any questions about the match or how things went. This is partly just showing some humility and showing that you just seek like you want to just seek information and improve upon yourself. But also, as a person willing to show another view, it might make them actually want to open up. And they might not, but hey, at the end of the day, you're making an effort to try and enjoy the game and enjoy the match, and we're just trying to share with our opponents. Speak with them. Enjoy playing the game. And I specifically call out Nexus Nights because this is the casual environment. This is the time to really enjoy the game and to make genuine friends for a long period of time. So, speak with your opponent. Number 3 is something that's a little bit more difficult to do. And this is a lot easier if you use a tool like TCG Arena, which in my opinion is the best way to play Riftbound online. It doesn't automate anything outside of tapping and untapping and drawing a card and getting the runes, which is a very nice small call out I want to do over to the Runes and Rift Discord server, which will be linked in the description down below because they have a wonderful rank ladder so you can actually get games. But anyway, playing on your computer and recording your gameplay and then watching it back, that's genuinely one of the best ways that you can get better at it. Now, that's not something that a lot of people want to do. So the alternative is, as I've got here from Chai TCG, try and record your gameplay using a phone or an action cam, or either at home or at your LGS. If you're lucky, some LGSs even have a feature match area, which you might be able to use. It's not going to be quite like this setup from the Magic the Gathering Pro Tour, but it's something that you could absolutely use to try and get a better idea. And if they do have a feature match, you might just be able to attach your own camera and record the gameplay and watch it back later. But why do you want to watch it back? Well, okay. Watching back your own gameplay, you get to see all the mistakes you made with perfect information. This is assuming you can see both hands. But even if you don't, or at least with more hindsight, you can see what you should or shouldn't have done. Sometimes it's as simple as just removing yourself from the game in question and watching it from another view lets you see all the options you might have not noticed. Or it can actually reinforce the lines of play that you took and know that you actually did do the correct thing. It's a twofold thing. So really, watching back the tape is something that has been proven to be a critical in sports, in esports, in all sorts of walks of life. People doing interviews record themselves and watch them back and critique themselves. Do that in your games. If you want to get better, this is one of those things that you can do. So, if anything, if you want to seek improvements in your gameplay, occasionally record yourself when you're trying to really lock in and see if you're doing good. And if you're not, you know what you're doing wrong. Number 4. And this is something for very new players, but also seasoned players sometimes struggle with this. So, if you're struggling with a deck or you're just not sure what to play, especially if you come from other card games, this is something you know already what you do. You know what you like to play. But if you're someone that's brand new, especially to card games, this is something that's going to be a lot harder for you to do. So, what would I suggest? Become a one-trick. Find the one thing you like to do. Do you like to play an aggressive strategy? Do you want to go at people's faces and hit them hard? Is that something you like to do? Well, play aggro. Are you more someone that wants to trade and slowly eke out an advantage, but you don't want to be too slow? Mid-range. Are you someone that wants to control everything? You want to decide everything, and you're okay spending a bit of time to get there, but you want to feel like you operated everything. Play control. Or are you someone that wants to be a degenerate and wants to spin a wheel? That's combo. They're the typical 3 strategies in trading card games. So, now, if you're new, this is the other thing I would suggest. Don't look at guides. Don't look at the meta. Don't go too deep into the weeds of what the quote-unquote best deck is. Just play what you enjoy and become really good at it. Now, you'll probably be asking, Alex, I don't know what any of these things are. Can you explain this? Totally. So, what I suggest is going on and looking at this. This is a very, very, very generalized overview on aggro, mid-range, and control. Aggro strategies are going to be like Annie and Darius. Mid-range is going to be more like Ari and Azir, and control is going to be more like Victor and Lux. Now, these are more cheaper, more accessible decks that you can get into. I'm not picking the tier 1 mega expensive ones for obvious reasons, but this should be a good place for you to pick. Find something you enjoy and become a master at it. because once you're really good, you'll start to understand all of the play patterns. Something that Piltover Archive also has is you can build your own sideboard guides. Become the ultimate player on your deck. And Riftbound even rewards that if you ever choose to go to the higher level, because you could win that best of card. So, that's brilliant. But what else? Well, make sure you have fun with the game. You don't want to do this. Trust me, this is not good, but a very famous one. You don't want to be this guy playing Magic the Gathering where you're just sitting there raging at your opponent the whole time. But if you haven't seen this, ladies and gentlemen, this is an iconic spot. Judge flips the table. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's a beautiful one. But you don't want to be that guy flipping the table, ladies and gentlemen. So, make sure you're always enjoying the game. This isn't your job. This, at the end of the day, is your hobby. Switch decks. Try other formats such as 2v2 or 4v4 or 4v1? That'd be an incredible format. Anyway, free-for-all. Try challenges where you try not to win, but you try and do some cool interaction. Riftbound and Nexus Nights are genuinely just fun, casual. Sure, we all love to win, but winning isn't the only important thing, and you shouldn't be just trying to only think about winning. If you want to, you can just play the top tier deck, and that's how you're going to enjoy the game, but I would also advise find other ways to do that. I played a lot of Leona, and I was having fun just winning random games with Leona. Now, I did win a lot of things, and I did go 3-0 at a Nexus Night, but I'm not too terrible at this game, and I knew what I was doing from day one. You might not be there, but you might still enjoy playing Leona regardless. I digress, though. Having random pet decks that you can pull out, it's Leona for me, but it might be Lee Sin for you. It could be Reanimated Jinx. Will you win a match? Probably not, but when you do win, it feels so sweet. And by the way, this was a random bonus one that came to me. Go and watch other people play. Now, shout out to the Twitch stream. I am recording this over live on my Twitch page, but otherwise, this is also a shout out to just general go and watching people play YouTube videos. I already mentioned Chai earlier in this, and he does POV gameplay. Watching other people play will genuinely allow you to see more environments, more situations, but you don't have to do this. I actually think rather what you can do is watch people at your local game store. Watch how others play. Understand the plays they're making. Ask the questions to yourself, would I make that play? And you don't have to necessarily go up and speak with the person afterwards. It might come off wrong. But just seeing more games, the game states, the different situations will genuinely help you become a better player. And this goes tenfold for like feature matches, or if you ever go to a big event, even as just an observer or just to play in the fun little side events. You can watch people playing at these massive, massive events in multiple other games and just stand there at the side of the tables and watching people play. The highest level of play is sometimes the best way of getting better. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is how I would genuinely look to get better at Riftbound. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I've been Mas1, and I'll see you all very, very soon. All right, chat, I'm back. I ended that not how I was expecting to end that. I thought I was going to do the whole call out. I thought I was also going to do, I also was meant to do a call to action question at the very end there. I was like, how would you get better at the game? But I completely forgot. I was just like, bang, 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 bang. And I kind of like didn't read the last bullet point of my script. How was that? How do you all find that? Do you think it had like some interesting information in there? I mean, some of you might already know this sort of thing. Like, I understand that. What would we think, chat? You liked it? Thank you, Liv. Much appreciated. Went good, loved it. Thank you, Waffles. Thank you, chat. Got a piece of meat. You enjoyed it? Perfect. So I'm gonna try and keep doing these. I'll get better. Like you're seeing the early ones. Like these are the early ones. I'll get better in time as well. I'll get more of these presentations done. This will be good. This will get clipped and shipped. And it should be coming out hopefully tomorrow. I want to get this out ideally tomorrow. So let me just we have 3 things to do. If you want to get, by the way, if you want to get information about when things do go live on my YouTube, there is an option on my Discord server. My Discord should be looking a little bit better. I need to speak with Liv, because they're gonna help me improve things. I know. And if you want Riftbound content, ladies and gentlemen, that's the YouTube channel for my Riftbound. I think I just uploaded a YouTube video with Leona, where I actually made Leona look good. So hey, if you want something else to watch, that's more clipped up, slightly, sometimes edited, sometimes very limited, a tiny amount, where I play with gameplay. And that's also where my PowerPoints. Now, if you've just watched this, obviously, you probably don't need to. But, I mean, any likes and support on the channel does mean a lot, and it really does help the algorithm. All right. Okay, I can now get some music playing again. Thank you, Liv. Much appreciated. One of the weird ones that's really hard to do is watch time. That's one of those things that matters a bunch. But so far, the videos are doing okay. The first one definitely had a decent one. Feeling sideways, like, yeah, it's just about min-maxing. My layout is honestly, I think I perfected the layout. Like, low key, I kind of think I perfected this. This is one of these things where I'm just like, I was shocked that people don't do this in general. Like, I'll make myself smaller. But, like, this is one of these things where, like, this setup min-maxes space, because you've got to... I've also pushed this up a little bit. You could have these closer, and you could also have them in... How can I show this? You could have it, like, sideways filed, right? And this is, like, what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7 runes. So this is, like, kind of on average. If you have more, you just, like, double stack. And you could always have, like, 1 red rune here. Sometimes I do it in 4s. Sometimes I do it in 2s. It kind of depends what I'm going to be playing and thinking about in my hand. But it's all about doing this and fanning this out. You just want to be able to glance and see the information. Especially if you're playing things like Fizz, right? You don't want to have to go, oh, what have I got here? And you don't want your opponent also asking how many runes are up. You just want them to be able to see it. So that's just one of those things. It's nice, especially for my ROM deck where I like to fan my trash. Exactly. We'll do that. But thank you, chat. Thank you for watching. What I'll do... I think I might play a game. And then I'm probably going to have to call it quits. Have we had any more spoilers? No more spoilers. Coming into a TCG for the first time, there's a lot more into the card dexterity than I thought. I'm just so bad at tapping runes and whatnot. I mean, and that's just something that I've built in. Like, I don't really think about. It's why I suggest, so an exercise I do, I don't think I did a great job explaining this, is I will literally set it up, like, very, very, like, whatever, matter of fact. But I'll just shuffle my deck, draw, like, so chat, give me a matchup. Let's say, Fiora, right? I'm Fiora, okay, I'm going against Fiora. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this is the hand I drew. Would I keep this? I'd probably get rid of Flash. I'd keep Fight or Flight stack deck, and that's a Pouty Poro. So I'll keep that. Get rid of that. Draw a Scrap Heap. Okay, well, I know in a vacuum, game 1, I'm always playing on the Zorn Warrens, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I can get this Scrap Heap down, so cool. Draw a card. Okay, I drew a Kai'Sa. Cool. All right, so I'm going to play Pouty Poro and pass. All right, so then I draw for the turn. All right, I'm going to attack into this one. I drew a sneaky deck hand. Cool. So I'm going to go into the Zorn Warrens, get rid of this Scrap Heap, draw 2. All right, we drew a Longsword and a Fight or Flight. All right, well, I've got this sneaky deck hand. I might as well go onto this other battlefield. I got 4. I might as well play this stack deck. Have a look at the next 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I guess I'll take a Fizz. Or do I take Ride the Wind? Well, I know what I've got, so I might as well take probably... I've got double Fight or Flight, so I'd like to min-max those, so I'll take a Fizz. Get rid of... I just put these in my discard. Like, it doesn't matter. And I just, like, do the first 2 or 3 turns. And I'm like, okay, I'm probably in a really good spot. But yes, gold fishing, solo testing. It's super important. It's super important just getting used to it. But also what this does is it gets me used to just, like, handling my deck. Like, it gets me used to just, like, kind of thinking about things before I even play anything, right? I think I might make 1 or 2 of these points into a, like, a short, like a TikTok. So I need to do a TikTok, Instagram. I need to set up a TikTok and an Instagram for my Riftbound stuff. Or maybe I just use my old... I'm probably not going to use my old one. I'll just set up a new Instagram account. My old one I'm, like, basically void on. I'll just make a new one. And I will cross-post onto Twitter. Like, that's definitely going to happen. Right. Alright. Get rid of the... deck. Alright. I need to finish building this. Where is that? So I need to finish building this Diana. I think I wanna go in this direction. I like playing 3 and 3. I wanna play one of these. I feel like this is probably gonna be a bit clunky, but I'm not sure. I wanna play like 2 singularities in the sideboard. Trying to think what else would I want to play. I like 1 Mind Splitter. I like the idea of playing like some Sprite Mothers. Could play a Rebuke. Play like an extra Rebuke. What does this one even do again? Does it choose me cost 1 or 1 power less? I mean, the Jin spell is just a worse Rocket Barrage, isn't it? I mean, I guess Rocket Barrage is... yeah, you have to do it at base. It's not comparable. It's like hard bargain. We're not playing the new counter spell because I just don't know if that's necessarily. I've got a Hui deck that is this, but the problem I worry about is Hui is it might just be a little bit too slow. There is an alternative strategy where you do just like play Hui, Traveling Merchant, what is it called? But this is like pure aggro, right? Once I save this. So I do have my decks. So I've got this like more controlling strategy. Which plays like Ezreal and Hui I get to play Scrap Heap, so it really does, like, go in and out. But, like, this is far more, like, controlling and, like, versatile. I don't know if this is necessarily even good. Like, we do need to do some, like, actual serious testing. I think at the moment I want to just play more of an aggro strategy. What was the battlefields we picked for this one? I think that's going to be a good place to start. Argon's, Ravenbloom, Hallow 2. Go back to my decks. We will have to go back into the... battlefields. I do like Raven. I do think Ravenbloom. Argon seems just good. Are we ever targeting much of our stuff? No. We could get some value for Void Gate, honestly, with like 2 and 3 of these. Honestly, the new battlefield would actually be kind of good, because we're not playing any low-cost things, but we could potentially kill things with Stupefy. Yeah, I'm going to try Frozen Fortress. Wait, why is this... What? Oh, edit him. 1 second, chat. 1 second, I'll be back. Argons. Ravenbloom. Frozen. We'll try this, and then we'll maybe figure out if we want to do a Hui direction or whatever. It's nice, especially for my Rumble deck where I found my trash. Coming into a TCG for the first time where there's not a lot of card decks where I thought. Also, for local game nights, is it okay to give advice to your opponents if they are newer, or is that a no-go? I want to help, but I don't want them to think I'm belating or something. Liv, I mean, my opinion is I very much just ask them and I go, hey, do you mind if I offer some advice? Like, I'm very much matter of the fact of it. And if they, like... I don't want people, like, because they, in my eyes, they can very much just go, no. And I go, okay. And that's fine, right? But also, if I decide, if they go, yeah, no, sure, go for it. Then I'm like, dope, cool. So I would do, and I start saying everything. Alright, I don't think I can do this, but I can go matchmaking and I can go preview. I don't know if that's going to work. We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll see. Alright, we got a match. Oh. Okay, so Diana deck did not save correctly. That's fine. We're against LeBlanc. Alright. In a vacuum, I'll take Argons, I guess. Void Gate. Okay. N. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Good luck. Have fun. I mean, outside of Watcher, we're kind of okay with this. No, I'll keep Watcher. Thumbsing up. Thumbsing up. Alright. Let's see. Is Diana going to be playable? Slash, is everything else going to be okay? Because we got Ravenbloom, we don't necessarily need to go crazy hard. Also, because we're going to look to go on Targon's Peak, we can do this. Temporary. When you conquer or hold, you may discard 1 to exhaust me to ready reflection unit. Yep. Becomes a copy of you. Wow. Okay. Okay. I see what they're doing. This is oh no. Oh, chat, I'm scared. Okay, chat, I'm scared. Chat, come pick me up. I'm scared. What'd you say pick me up for? I'm scared. I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. I just got absolutely berated by a soaring scout that color weaked me. Oh, Lord, that's... Oh, spicy, 5 streak. That's crazy. Thank you so much, my dude. Hmm? Dude, if there's another color week, I'm gonna freak out. Dude, what the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? They've just double color weeked me with Soaring Scout. I mean, I feel like at some point I just go, okie dokie. Like, what the fuck, man? Uh... LeBlanc, save it. Save it! See, the thing is, I want to hold it, but I feel like I kind of have to Moonfall to kill this. Oh, I know what I can do. I can Moonfall and then Stupefy. My opponent forgot to untap. I could pull this. Oh! I could pull this over and just eat it. And then they lose this. It seems worse. Maybe I just pass. But I could kill this LeBlanc now. And he's only got 1 card in hand. Okay. Alright, well, we at least killed his LeBlanc. Which I think was the correct thing to do. But the problem is he's getting so much value off of... Why I pay power? Oh, yeah, I gotta pay power. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, chat. You're right. Yeah. I didn't pay the power for Moon. Dude, he's getting so much off of these scouts. Yeah, alright. LeBlanc has deflect. Nope. Just backline. Am I just gonna kill this thing and pass? I guess I am, chat. This is what I'm doing. It's fine. Like, we just have to we have to do something. I can't just, like, wage the pain and pass. Like, we need to actually do something with it. And we can always we can always bounce it back with Starcrossed. If, like, our opponent's going to kill it, we can always go 1, 2, 3, pass, bounce it, and then go again. That eats bird. Yeah. Absolutely. I guess if we wanted to, we could have looked to do something, but I think I'm just going to try and hold this up. We've also got Moonfall. Way. Sure. We get a point. I mean, we can kill the Hui if we wanted to. We could kill this if we wanted to. I think I kind of want to kill this. I mean, I don't actually think I care about this. I think I want to kill Hui. Yeah, I want to kill Hui. Got a Kaisa. So it went down to 3. It's now up to 6. So now they're doing this to do. Do I do the funny thing and do Starcrossed? Thing is, I guess he gets the Conquer then. I think I'm just okay with this. Kill both. Uh, 2, 3. I think I still play this. I gained a point at the start of my turn. Yeah. Go. We ended up, like, still 2 for 1-ing. We used our Moonfall, and then he still used Hui. I feel like I'm fine. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, Atacon. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Atacon's fine. Or, I mean, we can just Starcross go over 5. Go to 5. Dude, oh my god, that's so funny. We got the fizz. Oh my god. We know the one other card in hand is whatever. We could look to kill this. We're gonna bounce it back next turn anyway. We'll pass. I assume our opponent is... Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind them going to 6 because we're going to 6. Alright, so they are discarding... Oh god, they got another Soaring Scout. Well, that's fine. Slamming Atacon again. Fine. We go to 6. I mean, I guess... How do I do this? I guess I go I mean, I can go Fizz, play back the thing. Yeah, absolutely, we do this. We just get rid of this. We can pull the Soaring Scout over and kill the thing. Yeah, we gotta star-crossed. We gotta star-crossed, get rid of the Adakan, and we can always pull this over, kill that. Just thinking, is there a better way of doing this? Not really. 1, 2, 3. I guess I have to do Moonfall now. The Soaring Scout over. Okay. 3. Cycle. Fizz. Play this. Bounce this. Cool. Have to pay a power for that. And then I pass. Play Fizz at battlefield. Then, oh yeah, I should definitely have just gone. I mean, it's back to my hand anyway. And I'm gonna pull this back anywhere. Yes. Just trying to think, do I want to move this or not? I guess this is like... Do I want to pull this back or not? Probably not. I mean, actually, wait. Oh, I know what I do. 1, 2. Fight or flight. This. Push this back. And then go in. I got a 7, and now I'm representing a hold anyway. Yep. Yeah, there we go. So now we just win. I should have probably hit this. Play Fizz to the battlefield, then Fizz in hand. I was thinking bounce the sneaky. Oh, sure. Use a unit, play a readied version of the token. It becomes a copy of that token. Give it temporary. Use a unit, play a readied reflection unit token to your base. Yeah, that's fine. We know just wages then. Oh, they're doing that. Okay. That's a little annoying, but the sneaky's dead. I will then. Wages of pain. Okay, so we know that and Adakan. Okay, so I guess I Fizz stack deck. Fizz play stack deck. And randomly at the bottom. This goes to bottom. Play a stack deck. 3. I mean, we'll play another one. 2 Titans are now at the bottom. 3. Cycle. Discard. No real reason to do anything else, so we'll just play stack deck. Manage top cards. 1, 2, 3. So we can either go Diana no longer human, or we can go for the fight or flight. We know he's got Atakan in hand. I don't think we need this. I think this is... Play me as a reaction to a battlefield where you have units. Yeah, we need the battle. Yeah, we need this. We have Rebuke. Yeah. We could Rebuke the... Well, actually, no. We just want to have fight or flight, right? I think it's just fight or flight. Because then he can't get onto a battlefield. But I guess we don't even care. And then this goes on. You think I put it to the bottom? I don't think so. Back deck. No. Opponent seems to be super on the chat, so I don't think I cheated. Right. GG's. GG's. Into? Oh. Let me double check this chat. Let me double check the chat. Stack deck. Send stack deck to the bottom. No, I put it to the bottom. It says I put it to the bottom. Oh, rune. Oh, I put it on my rune deck. Wait. Oh my god. Did I? Oh yeah, rune deck. No, you even said that, meat. Well, it wasn't in my main deck. Alright, so this is slightly terrifying. The rest of the deck seemed whatever. But some of this was slightly terrifying. Alright, we'll play one more. Oh, my opponent disconnected, I forgot. Okay, let's see. Oh. Yep, I need to name the deck at some point. Alright, we're against Yi. Oh my god, he's playing the green Yi. Okay. Against Yi, I will do Ravenbloom Conservatory. Yeah, no, you guys were right. You guys were right, chat. Alright, Sunken Temple. We're not going to be triggering that very often. We're at a 14. We're at a 7. I'll go first. Good luck. Have fun. Alright, let's see. Alright, we got Diana. Alright, we're seeing a little bit of a different side. We will get rid of the the win. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Alright, 1, 2, draw. Didn't get anywhere, we'll pass. Maybe because I know I always want to go second, it's a go second thing. I don't know. Yep. Gain an XP. 2, 3, 4. Ash. Okay. I think we just do stuff like this. I think we just play Diana in spots like... Alright, our opponent didn't do that, and then they're doing this. Alright, well, I mean, with our hand config, go here, thumbs up, thumbs up. Alright, it's when you defend. Alright, well, we'll do that. I guess I just pass? Yeah, I just pass. Between Stupefy, Stack Deck, and everything else, I don't want to just, like, die. That's fine. And this is also beating this by default. Does get 2 XP. So 6, his units get bigger. Give a unit +2. Sure. Alright, I feel like this opponent's going to try and come in and kill my Diana. Let's give him the bad news. Alright. App. Back deck. Okay. Goes to 5. Manage. Oh, buddy! I mean, we take Moonfall. We take a Moonfall. Alright. And then I'm gonna... Oh. Okay. Oh, Oh, I was gonna do this. Ah, shit. I think it's okay. I'll play... Diana... plus... Ravenbloom... pass. Just when I conquer... Oh, or when I hold. Okay, so, he does get some stuff. Oh, yeah, I did get a thing. I could, yeah, opponent was moving a little fast. It's the sort of thing when I was thinking, I was like, I definitely should have done this. And I definitely was thinking, I want a Moonfall, pull it over, kill this thing. I mean, I can still pull this over. This will go to this. This will go here. This will go bigger. Or I can just like... Yeah, I think I just do this. Moonfall. A discipline. That's fine. Ideally, our opponent taps out. They should be at 3. You could have killed the Eno. Not with the Moonfall. Because the Moonfall puts it down to... So this is 4. That's 5. 6, 7. Would have gone down to 5. Oh yeah, I could have traded. They said it was at 7. Oh, that's rough. Because they said it was at 7, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have played the Stella. Yeah. Right. What do I do here? I guess I still have to just go for the Thousand Tail Watcher. Okay. I think I just have to go for it. You attack with Diana, no? What do you mean I attack with Diana? No, this one got challenge, but he would have then cast the third discipline. So like that we've kind of played as if we had played like that. Is basically what we're saying. If I go to 6, I think I double pull back, and then I can Dark Cross next turn. Student in play, Diana on battlefield, save the Watcher, but I guess this is the way you got the other battlefield too. Yeah. I think getting to 6 points, going from 2, going to 4, and then 6 is definitely how I win this. I mean, alternative strat is Star-Crossed, push 1 back. Oh, actually, we're at 8. Yeah, so Star-Crossed, pull this back. Pass. Star-Crossed, push one of these back. I put target this. I think I 1, 2, 3. Play a sneaky deckhand there. Pass. And then with Diana and these, I can then play a third star. I can play another Star-Crossed. Oh, what? Oh, he's gonna just do the E? No, that's still a lot of room. I don't know if he needed to tap. Oh. Fuck! Wasn't playing around the Elder Dragon just coming out like that. Okay. The fuck? Okay. Wasn't my whole line of play wasn't playing around that one. Yeah. Alright, yep. Yep, I did. Defo was not playing around that. Jesus, I don't even know, man. Back deck. Oh. 2, 3. I guess fight or flight. I guess. Guess I'm just gonna play Diana. Pause, I guess. I don't know, dude. Wasn't really playing around that. Sure. Sure, my dude. I just want to get on Raven and Bloom Conservatory and pray my Diana doesn't die. Oh, but he's got a challenge or some shit, man. Okay. Yeah, that's the Stellarcorn we knew about. Sure, buddy. Yep. You're gonna conquer and hold that one. That's your plan, I can see. Alright, sick. We'll go here. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Go to 7. I think I'm gonna play a hidden card. So... yeah, we're just gonna... visible to no one. It doesn't even matter, actually. I'm just gonna play this hidden. Reason I have to do this is because I need to be able to bounce some other shit back and do other shit. And we're just gonna pass. And pray... actually, even with a second Drake, as long as he doesn't do stuff, we're fine. It's fine. We don't want damage to happen. What's this? Alpha Strike. Wait. 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 Is this reaction speed? Oh my god. 1 second, chat. Thinking. Okay. Visible to all. 1, 2, 3. Cycle. Star-crossed. This. Targeting this. Fuck! Fuck, dude! No! Oh my god, what the fuck, man? Thinking, user-friendly unit, it deals damage equal to its might, yeah, alright. God damn it. No, because I can't reaction do that. I played the Titana. That's why I was triple checking. Sure. Bro. I was just trying to play around the idea that, I needed to have, like, 2 units. 1 hidden, 1 not hidden. Do I know the etiquette for side decking between games at a skirmish? Do I have to reset my deck back to the original list between opponents? Yes. The deck that you present at the beginning... between rounds, you always have to reset your deck back to whatever you put in your card list. They go to... oh, 1 each. Okay, yeah, alright, GG's. I can't be fucked. Fuck this. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, I only lost to Elder Drake. I got no good way of getting rid of that card, man. That card, I can't believe I was in a situation, Elder Drake came down, and it promptly meant I couldn't win the game, because I'm not playing around someone tapping out at 12. So stupid. Oh, that's so stupid. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be the stream for today. That's gonna be it. God, that was rough. Have we got any more spoilers? Did any more spoilers come out between now and then? We got one more spoiler. All right, one more spoiler, chat. We can have a look at this. Soul Shepherd is a 5-cost 3 might unit from the Shadow Isles that gives units your total units have +1. It's fine. You don't at least have to you can have this at your base, so that's pretty good. But otherwise, it's kind of whatever. It's kind of whatever. I'm not blown away by this card. Victor, yeah, this does feel like a Victor card, for sure. For sure. I guess you could play it in Lilia. No, could you? Yeah, you could. I don't think it's really doing anything. I think this is far more like a Victor card. This is like a common Victor card to make your units a little bit bigger. That's the direction it's going in. That's absolutely the direction it's going in. Anyway, chat. Yeah, this one's not a particularly interesting one to rate. I don't have much more to say. Anyway, I'm going to set up a raid because I'll be back. I'll be back on Monday. Monday we'll be doing a very, 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 very long stream to recap everything. Check out my YouTube channel if you are interested in more of my Riftbound content. New video will be going up. If you missed my presentation earlier on how you can get better at Riftbound or TCGs in general, check that out there. We also have a Discord, which I believe is linked below, but also here's a little invite link where I'll be updating and the community can continue growing. But anyway, thank you so much, chat. Thank you for everybody out for coming out today. Be sure to like, follow, and all that good stuff. But with that all said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye bye.